Hirsch. It's not mine as such. What about it? I heard it from my publicist, but Donatella's always saying stuff like that. Only about a quarter of it ever happens.
Ultraviolet alive from high lunar orbit.
Now I can get you on the list, Hirsch. I don't deal with the schedules, so I wouldn't know anything about that. How do you know Minister Reyes, by the way?
Yes, big league shit. Making fucking moves, Hirsch.
Kill Minister Reyes? An assassination?
Intriguing stagecraft opera. Telling the possible techno-fascist asset about the secret plan to kill a member of her government.
I can't help you with any of that, Hirsch. Please, leave me out of it. I'm in enough trouble as it is. But I think our secret police will kill you first. They are very diligent. My bodyguard was an ex-member. Be careful, Hirsch. I like you better alive. I've heard something like that before, yes. Sorry, Hirsch, I'm not really into politics. Only if you're trying to manipulate people. Those red discs are single play only, right? All the promo singles are on those. What do you mean, weird?
Hello, welcome to the stream. I've turned TDS on. Hopefully it works. Well,
Yes, they're pretty cool. I would prefer if they came in purple though. Why? This guy sounds alright. I'd like to meet him.
A middle-aged vendor begins carefully laying sheets of tarpaulin over his wares. As he smooths out the creases, he hums an intimate melody meant for no one but himself.
this game is about being a spy and having failures in your past and being conspired against others. Yeah, I'm doing lots of things, meeting lots of people, doing all sorts of things. Failing and succeeding all the time interchangeably. And the origin plot. I'm sorry, I'm not a good person. Really nice secret agents, except you were like doing menial labor. And the hats and stuff like that, and picking up trash, and buying drinks and things like... And finding lots of weird drugs and stuff like that. And doing mean things to people, and helping people, and... you're struggling with your own thoughts in your head. All the time you have to think about things and fight against yourself and trying to check your skills all the time. The value of your skills or losing your skills, finding equipment, wearing equipment, losing equipment, using one-time used consumables and all that stuff. And the dialogue trees are so weird and extensive and sometimes usually
You said
exclusive.
listening to this empty one made you feel weird. There is something eerie about a theme being played out, completely spent. The red doesn't help either.
For some reason, she's uncomfortable talking about this.
I remember some scandal in Luz many years ago about the weaponized use of sonic torture. But discs? Promo discs? Nah, I've never heard of that. You can save people with music though. I truly believe that. Oh really? What did you think?
Aimed for nonchalance, flew wide of the mark.
Oh, thanks.
I knew you were a cunt, Hirsch, but I didn't think you were a music critic.
What do you mean, took out? Oh my god.
Are you serious, Hirsch? A disc? Fuck me.
Yana, I don't know anything about this. Please don't say things like that. I get enough death threats as it is. So this disc badly hurt your friend?
Fucked him up.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
This plot is getting intriguing. Conspiracies are turning into weirder conspiracies.
No idea at all. There are hundreds of bootlegs out there of my work. That might not even be me on there.
As Petra told you, Einzeltone XR is immune to bootlegging.
Then maybe someone tampered with it?
Yeah, maybe that was...
I just recorded
So one
a
thing's
song,
got weird.
Hirsch, like I always do.
Things got changed
I'm
too.
sorry about your friend, but I don't know why my music would do that.
A thin film of tears forms across her eyes.
That's not what I want. Please don't mention it again. Great. The very thing I'm trying to outrun is right outside the door. I know. Sometimes I can hear the ultras in the front row at shows. It throws me off. They can't even keep time right.
She's uncomfy.
Random acts of self-annihilation are not unheard of in the ultra community. I don't like it when it happens. But now and again, it does happen, yes. I get letters too. These days they screen them to keep away the worst.
Another thing she's trying to outrun.
Not the music itself, I don't think. But if it brushes up against some damaged part of you, you're dealing with a human soul, Hirsch. It gets mucky in there. I've had a couple of stalkers, but nothing serious. My security takes care of them pretty quick.
She's a state asset. The Weeping Eye would handle any external threats with prejudice.
But 2 years ago, a girl did kill herself at one of my concerts. With a handgun. Yeah. Third row. Looking straight at me. Leonor Sousa.
Fuck, I didn't know that, V.
I didn't play a show for 6 months after that.
Didn't go outside either.
Yeah, you're right, Her. Well, I can, actually. I can flee the state and never come back. I never actually said that. It was some nothing phrase that the PR team came up with last album cycle. Sadly, it stuck. By the autumn, they'll have forgotten why they liked it. Moonglow will no longer be Moonglow.
Don't lump me in with those skanky cunts, Hirsch.
How do you mean, Hirsch?
It's kinda different, Hirsch. I didn't want to be V. I just wanted to be anybody but me. As you can tell, because I fan-shifted fucking Tempo instead.
I knew you both, Yana, before the imprinting. You're not just Tempo or Yana. You're your own person now. A two-tone kaleidoscope.
The girl throws a quick glance at the pop star.
I agree. I won't miss them. Trying to, yeah. Are you familiar with the old material?
Salt the earth. Reject youth culture. The spell of the new is the trick of the enemy.
I think the overplaying is the point. State-sponsored. Anyway, L-pop's all sad.
A couple she's very proud of, even.
Most L-pop artists go through intense training, yes. But we all write our own material. That's an important part of what they teach us, alongside the dance routines. Creative expression, freedom, courage. Something created by a committee will always have a hole in the center. Everyone can sense it. Something that comes from a heart we have. A heart. Person to person. It's nice. A little intimidating too. I don't want to just play sad music anymore. Red is the only color I've known. I'm trying to find new colors.
She plays a few slow bars, using both hands this time. It reminds you. Funeral playlist, coffin outro.
That's because it's a sweet melody. I could be a perfectionist or be one of the. I think the world has too much music.
The answer is obvious. To keep the masses.
Yes, exactly. The very opposite of what music should be. I'm a solo artist.
Solo. Mega disregard.
Gang? How they play is important to me. I fired a lot of people. It's hard to find good players, you know? I was far closer to my.
4 young women bound in holdings. Despite the concerted efforts of the Weeping Eye, none of the 4 have revealed any information about the pop star leans forward.
This is a good photo.
Close enough for it to hurt.
And there's 6 of them. That's all you need. More than most people get out of a lifetime.
The photograph is hard to look at, but easy to touch. When your fingers find its edges, a kind of strength charges through them.
Thanks for showing me, Hirsch. No, mostly I think about the mistakes. Notes I sang slightly off. Songs that needed an extra verse, half a bridge. Album names I settled for when I knew I should have pushed further. You build beautiful cathedrals to compromise.
Have a good night. And, I don't know if it's going to be a long stream or not. I will try to maybe finish this game and play another game, maybe. I'm not sure what else to play. Maybe Honkai Star Rail? Or maybe
can't
War
stand
Racing
myself
Cars with Forza.
sometimes. The weakness,
Or perhaps something
the
else.
mundanity.
Like a new game where I never streamed before.
No, they all. A lack of patience.
The pops.
Okay.
This girl was adrift and in long submerged dreams of pop stardom float to the surface of your consciousness like drowned corpses.
All right.
This girl is
See you
no
later.
longer a pop star.
Thanks for coming.
She is a liminal artist caught in a liminal space. She doesn't need help with the work, but with identity.
Hirsch, don't be a dickhead. I asked you to be cool.
It's okay, Yana. I've been asking myself that same question. I've got a notebook full of ideas, but none of them feel like me. I don't think so. No one's used this since I was 8 years old. That belongs to someone else too. No, she's always been some kind of stranger. Cascade. Not bad. Why did you want a new one?
Because you fear it carries a curse. Casket.
Difficult second album. Once known. Thanks, Hersh. In Iluminado, cascade would be cascatear. Cascatear.
Yeah, not bad at all.
You could. Yeah, pretty good, Yana. Nice. No final decisions yet, obviously. I'm very early in the process. But this was fun, Hersh. Thank you.
Nothing from Earth. That's the horror of it.
Hold time and place before you. Luminous. Sense and no sense. Cosmology of a dream you may have lived and may yet live again. Lyrics I didn't write, but I did. I don't know. Shared dreams pass from consciousness to consciousness, covered with invisible fingerprint.
Or maybe only one core dream. A communal pain.
I imagined I was floating on the edge of a black hole. Maybe those lyrics,
The eternal zero. Light would fold in on itself. In front of you would be true dark. But if you only looked behind, you would be the last witness to the culmination of the universe. The spool running clear of the light. Cascade. Hero spy turned cosmonaut. Takes on gravity itself. Fuck yes. Can't keep us down. And for close to 1,000 years, to the awestruck below, you would be visible on the precipice as a slow-motion recording. A monument to the terror and the wonder too.
I thought it was all a little scary, to be honest. Beautiful though. I'm very sorry about your partner, Hersh. Honestly, I never meant to hurt anyone, but I didn't really write that song. Something else did. We can just call it L-pop. What would you like to? The genres maybe.
As old as
The earliest at the beginning. Fade.
a little grave in the heart.
Sorry, I'm not the. Melancholy is the heart of the genre. If you don't reckon with melancholy, you'll never be touched by L-pop. Of course it is, but it gets sweeter the more intimately you know it. A song can communicate with you like it was made only for you. It's a psychic medium. L-pop will catch you unawares if you're not careful.
Fluent in memory, speaks ghost, has conversational dream.
If you want to be roused, first you have to be asleep, right? First you have to touch dream.
The party never sleeps. It is always roused. Listening to music that reinforces negative emotion is bourgeois moping.
Most of them, yes. They've tried various formations over the years. Groups, male duos, twins. But the biggest names in L-pop are girls for sure. 16 to 30. Burn bright, then burn out. That was the motto in La Fábrica. The genre is maybe 30 years old, I would say. Year 65 sounds right.
As old as her, she
It evolved from traditional. The earliest songs fought impossible.
may be conceived to it too. Hot, sad and hot.
My life, mostly.
Sex, failure, the working class.
Not if I can help it. Relationships tend to burn away under spotlight.
Yours don't seem to require the spotlight.
It's not. Maybe there was one person, but I don't know how real the whole thing was. I can never tell, really.
Another curse of being hyper-successful and existentially beautiful.
That will make a good song one day. Album closer. I can understand why it's there. There should be no blockade on music.
A 6-year-old girl,
It was.
true dark.
Then I took that image and wrote the song. Thanks, Hersh. You too. There's an element of
Not speaking with its champion soldier, its glass cannon.
Call me a deserter then, but I've given enough. No more Hersh. I don't think anyone keeps a record of that. Beautiful weapons. No problem, Hersh. Easy. Keep running all the way to the Eastern Republic. A good music scene. I never thought of my...
A fugitive from one empire or another. Do angels ever truly know if they're moving through the living?
And a little braver.
One very at odds with the atmosphere in the room.
As long as I have something that makes sound by my side. Okay. They may be stronger than you're looking for, though. On occasion, I fuck with a golem. I appreciate anything that comes from the heart. Anything that's not commodified. They're a perfect counterforce to my musical.
Desolation and
I listen to them before going on stage sometimes. They emotionally tune me. It's weird. I can't describe it. But I'd love to. Or should I say, I would have loved to. The label would never allow it, though.
a melancholic sledgehammer. The musical world would find itself ill-prepared.
On occasion, I fuck with a golem. Absolutely.
Desolation and
I listen to them. Probably no.
you watch her nose physically turn up.
If you like. Super Block Baby. Like you, Hersh, right?
Gulag.
That's okay. We can still be friends. I'm not a real techno-fascist.
The wall will be the judge of that. Here we go. The pop star hums the melody back at you. And then again, a couple of steps slower.
Nice melody. Lyrics need work. No problem, Hersh. Sweet.
Purple plastic shimmers as you approach. Tucked to the side is a worn black sticker. UV. Tour only. Could it? Could it be? The brand plate identifies this as a Kagami 7X60. A ceremonial blade for the High Priestess of Electropop. She may fall on it, ward against the spell of the new, reject youth culture. In terms of sheer sale numbers, and people buying it who will...
Many. I take it on tour and have it set up in the hotel room. I basically wrote all of Flower and the
Flower on the Precipice
And Yana's favourite.
has a nice line in it, actually.
Thank you, Yana. I like that one too. Like any of us.
Harder than you think.
You brush your finger in middle A.
Hirsch, what are you doing?
Hirsch, stop.
You're a spy, not a fucking sound engineer.
A crisp...
Are we really playing this game again?
Hirsch,
This little weirdo thinks she owns music now.
We're watching you do it. This is an everything crisis. V, we might have to get physical here.
The melody you've been unconsciously constructing suddenly unfurls itself in your mind. She softly hums your...
yeah, nice.
Least it's over.
The young pop star
Has a pop song ever made you cry? Then no need to say another word. There are voids you can fill and voids you should leave empty to allow things to better move through you. Especially pop music. Already grown nostalgic after the very first listen. In 10 years, an emotional cluster bomb. Everyone does, to different degrees. No true art can survive a cynical slant. It's too fragile. Why would you deny that beauty is real? Why would you turn from the gentle sadness that is the passing of the world? Nothing changes but your life. If you can be moved, why not be?
Remember, me and Ma moving on. Later, her.
You're back. And you still look like that.
Oh, wow.
It's a feel. Why would we... Wait. Whoa.
I don't know.
No. She has no... I think she... Obviously not. I'll keep listening for sure. Oh. What happened? In the body? Oh, not Moon. Oh, to be honest,
Serious question. Should we ask him to shoot us? If we went to the hospital, maybe UV would come and visit for the PR or...
ew. So hot. Wait, the partner was a guy, right?
He dominated him. That can happen with guys. Oh. For real? Whatever. Easy for you to say. We don't give a shit. You're the one who brought him up. Shut your lying whore mouth.
Stop talking like that. UV would never.
But yeah. Yuck. That freak with the colored hair? Definitely not Moonglow. Whatever the opposite of moon...
It's true. She could never be a true
Why? You're lezzing out together. Nonce. Take that back. I'll fucking kill you.
Stop it! She's just trying to get a rise out of you. Don't listen to the freak.
Just tell her she's like...
You have a serious mind.
If that were true,
She can't.
I mean, thank you.
Obvious.
I wish I'd been born in La Luz.
Weird. It's weird when you...
And really lame. Sure.
Cobblestones awash in early morning lights. Vespa hovers by the fogged mirror's doors, his cap tilted against the drizzle.
Surprise backup. Good. Failure to serve before 9. 6 more minutes. Then I say we go in and ask questions. If you insist. But I am here for work. Ugly pelota game last night. Couple stabbings.
Work justifies presence. Any liquor is incidental.
One of the regulars will...
6 hours in the back of a tuk-tuk watching a bordello.
That seals it.
The doors open. You and Vespa walk in with shared purpose.
Cascade, I half thought you weren't going to come. I guess not. It's just, well, I know you didn't zero me out, but I thought maybe someone else would come.
He knows he's a loose end, and he knows what happens to loose ends. Every time that door has been opened over the past few days, it has been another opera assassin. He has been killed countless times over the past few days.
Really?
Hope. The possibility of death in hostile rather than friendly hands is presently a comfort.
As long as we fuck them up first. I don't know. I'm kind of familiar with everything I see, but I don't know anything. Everything's new, but not in an exciting way.
Unfamiliarity without novelty. A hell of alienation.
The memories are still unfolding. Every day I remember something new, but I can tell some of it is real and some of it isn't. Some, I think, are real memories, but of things I've dreamt, not lived. Maybe. You want to know the worst part? When I think of that drooling man on the bed, all I feel is curiosity and revolt.
You remember the feeling of inert pseudopod, at once mundane.
But when I think of myself, of you, I also feel just shame and loathing. So it's like I got a double dose. I appreciate that, Cascade. The one part that is mine. I still don't like how that drooling man looks. I would rather look like you.
He strips you naked with his gaze, on his expression a desire that is not lust. As though at a mirror that refused to respond to his movements.
Maybe I'll just shave my head so as not to be left with this bald spot. Of course. I don't know many things, Cascade, but I know that it's important for me that I finish this. For us, I guess. Yeah, of course. Not everyone. There's this one asset who I really loathe. I don't have her name. So you do know who I'm talking about. Now that I think of it, I don't even have her face. Just a strong feeling of being judged by someone boring, and the desire to punch her in the face. I do. Esti. No, she's the only one. That'll be a question for if we survive.
He half hopes he won't. It would solve all his problems. A simple bullet to the head. He nods silently.
You... Wait, what? But... is that normal? I'm not sure people do that to each other.
All frames of reference have gone to shit. He's second-guessing his every conception of basic social norms.
If you say so, I'll trust you on this. Now do I get to rub something of yours? Seems lame. I'm here.
You return to the animal zone. You lift the around you. Come back at... You lift the around you. Come back at night. You turn... The smuggler inclines his head in silent recognition. Everyone swears silent. Behind the words, you feel your... There's a hollow in his... He lowers...
Oh, it's you. What? The what?
She's not the intended readership.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, God. Did you see mi viejo? He was right?
A childhood boogeyman, suddenly and horribly real.
But my dad's not important. He's nobody.
Who he is doesn't matter to Emta. It's what he did.
Yeah, but will he be... That is... I can't talk right now. I need a moment.
She turns away from you in her stand, burrowing deeper into her hoodie. You return to the... You turn...
Good day. Oh yes, bastardo. He's in...
Control of the docks.
Haven't seen him or his assy assistant assing around for a while. They're probably... Carmona doesn't keep track of assy name.
Sounds more like...
And she's been... I want... No! The poor man. Carmona always...
No, she did not.
With grief. He was a good man. Oh, you poor thing, I mean. Poor man, yeah. Every day, the poor. Polaris, the poor. Good day to...
but he didn't want to share.
His eyes are dark, tired, but still sharp.
And then you remembered your you. So you bugged his shit. I can already hear one of those crickets chirping. Glad to know you still got it. Makes sense. Hasn't been much activity from the crickets so far. I'd say check in with me later. We'll see what came up. See you around.
His smirk's gone. Just a tight line now. No cologne today.
People don't always line up how you want them to. Look, I don't know how to ask this.
Funny. Didn't seem like he had any... His balance is off today. He's favoring his left leg like the right one can't...
The aforementioned complications. I'm sorry, baby girl. Standard Portofino bullshit is what. The meat was in the lot behind Mesquita Al Nur, a mosque in Old View that poorer than the rest. Used to be butch. The guy holding wasn't the guy selling. Wrong voice, wrong accent.
Old View shifted around him. There was...
Yeah, I'm thinking. Paid off a logistics clerk down in Kizak. Works one of the port depots.
He's tired. The kind of tired that comes from surviving the wrong version. He is lying to you, but not in the way you think. His night was worse than that. He took some genuine risks to get you this gun. He's been through a lot worse. It's written across his face.
Everything okay over there?
He takes the cash, neatly, and tucks it into his vest.
Swear on Rostam's name. You won't regret this.
Triple-stitched premium nylon. Expensive. Inside, a familiar sight. A Roram Mac 12B. Heavy-framed, semi-automatic. Manufactured in Kino's Gambit. Slide coated in dark grey finish. Fixed barrels ported. Machined for high accuracy pressure. The killer inside you grins. Next to the weapon, two 12-round magazines wrapped in waxed paper. The young man studies you, not daring to ask. It came through.
I'm sorry about the, unexpected fuckery.
The look of a kid pretending to be an adult in a room full of consequences.
I'm getting that sense, yeah. So, you off, baby girl? Or you want to chat some more? You know I'm always here for you.
And just like that, warmth radiates.
I'll be seeing you.
She doesn't... Strange smell about her. Ignat said she's been huffing photochemicals. Something's got her in an unusually euphoric mood.
Of course. Oh, how may I support you this fine morning?
sweet, slightly pungent, reminds you of overripe apricots. All signs point to...
Excuse me?
Her eyes are looking every which way but towards you, highly suspicious.
I've been rumbled.
She produces a small brown glass. I'll fee her shop.
It used to be a respectable habit, you know. Prescription. I don't see why a little rag now and then should be a big deal. All the same, it's terribly unprofessional. Go on, then. Tragic. Not to mention the reunions effect. That's not what I have. The Lusians have to be stopped.
She recognizes no...
Of course. I'll be here.
A single sheet. At the top of the page is a header next to a grayscale cascade. Possess information critical. Go all the way down. Miho. Miho. Who know? Likely an acronym, not a person. Major Investigations Home Office. Many illicit Herschel's offensive. Malodorous, insufferable, humiliating onanism. My intrepid homosexual orgy. Monaxial intelligence and hermetic operation. That one feels right. And it's definitely less dark. Only one way to find out. Portofero cosmonautics and space exploration. The site of the failed launch. It's supposed to be completely abandoned, per government order. A wasteland of space metal and local myth. This Miho entity is waiting for you at the dark end of the silo. Your landlady glances up, then you make short work of the cheap paper. You swallow it down in one. Your throat, the darks. You turn away. Raw information atomizes itself. On the other side of the world, a phone rings.
Cascade. Go on. Fine. Lack and scale operand.
Marcia.
Until
If I said I...
Pre-orgasmic tremors, jig...
You're still... Good.
Where a...
Hello.
You can see the resemblance now. Carolina has his eyes. Doctor, clinic, houseboat. This is Kindred's father, Dr. Hugo Arbe.
No. It's just a medical dummy. Though, it wouldn't be beyond Gonzalo to have had it modeled on someone. Plenty. But it's not a thought experiment I'm willing to engage in. Why would it look like you? he hadn't made years ago.
Amid your catastrophic failure 5 years ago, a small success, someone took you for a model.
Plenty. But it's not a thought experiment I'm willing to engage in. Nothing would surprise me about him any longer. Wait, you've seen it? That means you've been up there. Please, please do not do that again.
The doctor takes a sip of his water, eyeing you wearily. The man parts his lips in measured surprise. Then the smile returns.
Why didn't you say anything before? Kay, right. She chose to take her mother's name after she passed. I didn't object, naturally.
His eyes narrow ever so slightly, as if to place your face. Prey drive kicking in.
I'm sorry. This is just... How did you say you knew my daughter? Hombres. Well, I'm glad she's taken up some activity to divert her attention.
A quick, apologetic smile.
The last we spoke, she was living in the old cinema Cosmos with her boyfriend. Nothing strange going on, mind. He owns the place. His name's Septimus.
He looks away from you.
I'm sure he's an
He hates him.
It's a father's place to be.
His lips ready himself.
I believe they are running so there's no...
Unclear whether it's media, distribution. Perhaps there's a sexy techno angle to this.
I don't know. She was always so passionate and...
Wrong crowd. All you had to do to make her your kindred was to separate.
There was something sickly about her, now that you mention. But to be honest, we...
Not since the crew dissolved and you left Portofino.
Check on her, yes.
Fear and relief.
Cinema Cosmos is just... I just want to know that she's... safe. Yes, I was running a dream study. She was a participant. That was a long time ago.
His fingers twitch like he's fighting the urge to shuffle the papers on his desk.
Dreams are one of the least understood phenomena in nature. My colleague Gonzalo and I developed a novel technique for rendering our subjects' dreams as two-dimensional imagery. We received a generous grant through MTES Foundation for basic research. Though I have to say it was an uneasy match. In so many words, I came to understand our benefactors saw our work as
Banks of living data, silent, interlinked.
it would be unprofessional of me to say anything more.
A tight, self-conscious smile.
Equipment, mainly, designed and fabricated to our own specifications. Neuroimaging tools, REM inducers, separate monitors for blood flow, electrical activity, eye movement. It's only when taken together that coherent, dynamic pictures can form.
An astounding custom rig. One you must get your hands on.
It was far from perfect, mind you. Some of the imagery came out skewed. Whether that's the fault...
Therapeutic, metaphysical, practical.
Don't misunderstand. The point of our work was... It was all technically empty property. The machinery, the data, they took it all. We were only left with one unit, barely functional. Not even with the cost to move, they said. And then, someone stole that too.
You have a strong suspicion you know who.
I imagine they stripped it for components. A machine that could appear behind the veil of consciousness. a machine of magnificent subtlety, and someone stole it for scrap. To say nothing of the countless people. Carolina started out as one of simple, because until Gonzalo and I received our grant, she's never evinced the slightest interest in my work.
Because her interest was actually your interest.
I'm afraid the raw data were carefully anonymized. We couldn't match any individual participant to a particular set of subconscious imagery. This was by design. I'm a trained physician. Patient confidentiality is sacrosanct.
Not a direct answer. A conversation, fogged mirror, 2 gin cocktails, a regular table.
To be a spy like you, in theater, getting totally absorbed in a task greater than myself.
And then she wasn't. And she did.
When her turn as a participant concluded, she begged me to stay on. I thought, well, what harm? There was no real limit on our grant from amateur. And Gonzalo agreed. We needed an assistant of sorts. Yes.
A dream that tastes like ash.
She was responsible for organizing and cleaning.
Approval. Immediately apparent in the copies she passed you. In retrospect, her diligence gave you a
Carolina didn't appear at work one day. I went to the police, who had no information. I thought she must have been in some kind of accident. You must understand my fear as a father.
You must understand that, he means, if you're going to understand what happens later.
I received a call from the hospital. Carolina was there, in intensive care, barely lucid, handcuffed to her bed. There were 2 carabineros accompanying her. They told me she was under arrest, to be charged with unlawfully aiding a foreign power, espionage statutes. I'm sorry, I can't speak to that. There are many details of that time that are murky to me.
Better for him that they remain that way. Dark, sticky, unexamined.
I was in shock, borderline delirious. It took me some time before I realized what it meant.
For his work, he means.
EMTA pulled their support. The study was shut down within days. All our data seized. I was investigated too, of course, along with Gonzalo. The official part dragged on for several years before they finally closed it. I've thought about it quite a bit. The details. I'm not sure they would answer questions as much as provoke new ones. I would rather not.
Blank entries in the archive. Impossible to query or cross-reference. A form of willful oblivion.
When she came home, I said some things. Perhaps things I shouldn't have.
Politeness, professionalism, the performance of empathy. These are the things he was taught would make a good man, or at least a correct man. In his moment of greatest extremis, they all deserted him. You gain nothing by making this poor man repeat the words he's most regretted saying in his life. On the contrary, you gain immense power.
Thank you. She left after.
And here he stayed.
I understand. Karina didn't act alone. She was part of some kind of organized network. It's very odd that tricks the mind plays. There are times I nearly convinced myself it was. Yes. In any case, that's all in the past. Until next.
Ahead, the electric hum and the city welcome. Ahead. You alight the next aero tram to the city's outskirts, to a place long abandoned. The remains of a community that was traded for a single shot at the sky. In the distance, an old rocket silo, the vestiges of port, and where the mysterious... Your footsteps crunch along the dirt and... An old billboard, half collapsed into the dirt. A faded illustration dominates the frame. In one corner, a jumble of text and diagrams cling stubbornly. Amid graffiti and peeled paper, two figures point at a space rocket climbing towards the sun. The scene is awash in still vivid red and yellow. The couple's faces, although half erased, radiate pride and awe. The lettering on the man's t-shirt, although barely legible, reads, Todos somos Nestor. Down below, glass towers lean over cobblestone streets and emerald parks, where hibiscus, plumeria and jacarandas bloom in impossible abundance. Every path bends towards a luminous dome, glowing like a promise. A vision of a future stillborn. A message to Port-au-Prince. It begins with a proclamation. Behold, here stands the future of Port-au-Prince, a desolate expanse of half-built concrete shells and narrow streets wind into nowhere. No planned space for greenery either. No building was ever finished other than the silo itself. The date reads, Duterte. 6 months later, the clearing of the Petol tract began. Over 20,000 residents were displaced, never to be relocated. Amid the half-eroded paragraph, the words destiny and historical correction endure, as if untouched by time. Portofino would have become one of the big boys of the developed world. Inevitably, it is reflected in the grandeur of his space program. At present, such grandeur belongs to but 3 nations: Capablanco and Son, and the Kingdom of La Plage. The sole members of the post-orbital club, high status, high funds. First to reach orbit, with the Cosmo Future Initiative's inaugural launch in 51, Capablanco followed in 54. By then, the superblock had close-up photographs of the lunar surface. Portofino could have shared in the people's glory, had Nestor not spread-eagled for foreign bankers. The Luz has never acknowledged the existence of any official space program. Everyone else simply assumes they have one. Stage separation events and plum signatures were observed 14 times above Lusian airspace in the past decade. On the billboard, the bushes sway. Here grow the prosperity and all the bushes all around.
Are you here for the copper? If so, you're late.
Skin burnt pinkish, hardened to elephant hide by exposure to the city elements. Strong and unhealthy, a life form that would refuse to die if you crushed her. There's something off about this woman's offness. She's not what she appears to be.
All the copper has been claimed. Yes, yes, all of it. Yes.
A giddy smile creeps into her face.
You can't have copper, but if you want, you can help me.
Suddenly, she reaches into the pockets of her shorts and pulls out fistfuls of crumpled bill.
False money. Here. Have some, have some.
Your hands close upon a mass of hard, crumpled paper. The scent of 100,000 grubby hands and There is nothing false about that money. You've waded into a trap. You don't know how or what kind. But nobody gives away cash like this for nothing.
Yes, yes. False money. Keep it, keep it.
She pulls out further fistfuls to demonstrate. This is more money than you've seen since you arrived in Portofino.
Subcomandante Bagman has already shown us that money is worthless. But if you like it, we can trade. Yes, copper for money. But I keep all the copper. I used to buy into the reality trap. Houses, yes, kids, family, food, all a trap. Spend false time working to make false money. A bad joke. Subcomandante Bagman made me realize this. Yes, 2 of them and a husband. And I thought I loved them more than life. But then realized there is no life. Need to focus on breaking out of reality.
A chill runs down your spine as the true meaning of her words sinks in. Somewhere in the streets of Keysok, a well-to-do teenager grips his little sister by the hand and scrutinizes the face of every beggar, every outcome.
They don't exist. I don't exist either. You. I doubt you exist.
Pointless to wonder. There's nothing to contemplate here. Just the ramblings of a mad woman.
Real estate. Buy house, sell house. Add money, remove money. Yes, I was winning at the game of life. Bad game. prize for winning more of the same. Not living, trying to break out. Aha, yes. Many of us suspected. Gnawing feelings late at night. Have you ever noticed the thing about time? Subcomandante Bagman made me notice this. Stop. Right now. Look at your clock. Is it moving?
An index finger hammers on the mouse. One click, and time jumps forward by exactly 1 minute.
A second? Or a sentence? Look more closely. They say time flows, but does it flow? Or does it stutter? Skip, jump ahead. Jump.
A minute passes.
Jump.
Another minute passes.
You are not understanding the thing about time yet, but you are close. Yes, I can tell you are close. As long as we are inside false time, everything is part of the reality trap. False time reinforces reality. Escape false time, escape reality. Then we will know. Then we will see.
Nothing happens until it does. The huntress balks. The fear inside her is the germ of that which one day will become religion, an intuition of powers existing beyond, outside her world. With every passing thought, with every passing action, time passes. There is no flow to be experienced, only a stillness punctuated by moments of action. You could prolong the stillness forever. But if you do anything, even think about the stillness, then it jumps forwards without you even noticing.
Yes, I see you are noticing the thing about time. False time. After that, nothing is the same. Nothing can be real. All right. Aha, watch Bagman. The reality
The huntress kills a boar, but instead of eating it, she sets fire to the...
Reality is very addictive. When you kick it, you feel sick for days. The Revelator, the brown fan...
She laps from the same pool as Malin's father, who got himself kidnapped after hearing about the phone that makes people disappear on this same show. Miss Bagman is the fibre of the web connect...
The reality situation plays every single afternoon. You should watch him, at least once. Just the beginning. Yes, keep... Just as time is false, if you watch him, soon you will realize more...
Strip enough illusions away, and you will be left with nothing. Not even the barest trappings of personhood.
Aha, yes. You are happy trapped inside the illusions, yes. If you become unhappy with your cage, maybe, sometime, then hopefully you understand. Many watch him. Why?
Something flares in...
You are thinking of going in there? Down... Is that so? Is that so? Looking for what? Aha, no. Silo was abandoned in a hurry. No. Dolphin-human hybrids. A tortured species.
You look into her eyes. She's not on anything chemical, but nor is she sober.
So they say. Go find out. I'll wait here, see how...
She really... It's not about the dolphins.
Subcommand... Sounds like...
The People's Spy is a government program. A feral...
Thought something like that. Yes, yes.
Your muttered litany is carried away on the wind. Metal shudders and groans beneath your feet, reverberating downwards. Red lights fade into nothing. Abandoned. Hundreds of steps. The half animal when you freeze it. Remember what the Miho fact said. Go all the way down. Far below, a rhythmic thumping. Organic maybe. And is that the smell of sweat you detect? A small measure to fend off the encircling dark. You look at the metal between your feet, a square grid that cannot contain the emptiness that surrounds you.
Now that's a stride. That's a grand stride. Right there. Up and down 6 times. Could go another 10, I'm sure. Oh, hey, bud. Now, how'd a friendly face like yours end up here? Well, I'm sorry to hear that, bud. You want my advice? Give the stairs a good try. Nothing like a few runs up and down to squash the old worries. Down and down they go. Greatest stairs I ever saw. You ought to give them a try.
As you consider the stairs, a bit.
You know, it's nice to have company. A good chinwag helps stimulate metabolic ignition. Beautiful place, isn't it? I come here regularly. This here's the perfect spot to run mitochondrial apoptosis drills. I am practicing full-spectrum autophagic cardio-incineration. Pump up the heart rate until weak organelles and grief proteins burn right up. Full somatic reset just by running. Okay, that's how you make the voices go quiet. Get rid of those, and the fourth aperture opens wide.
Hardly anything he said makes medical sense. It barely makes linguistic sense.
Healthier than healthier, my friend. I'm post-healthy, if anything. Obliterating myself with regularity. As the saying goes, pain is just the body flushing out stories it shouldn't have been told.
The pre-Mercian poet resuscitant saw pain as the soul rejecting unearned memories.
That's from the tough cycle full system flush. Sweat, cry, piss, shake, ascend. No wonder you're hoarding emotions in at least 6 zones. I'm a bit worried about you, bud. You remind me of the old me back when I was working. And that's no way to live. I was an interzonal man right up until 81. Consultant class, 2 decades in foreign hotels and meeting rooms, harmonizing standards for partners, getting Portofino ready for the big leagues, you see? Oh, I noticed. Bags under the eyes, awful complexion, vending machine diet, I'm guessing. For me, that all ended when I heard Rimtuff speak.
No need to be childish. Fringe health theorist, frowned upon by most medical bodies in the People's Republics and the developed world. Owns dozens of wellness centers across Soon's Ark and millions of followers.
I didn't fall for anything, did I? Just found one of his discs in my hotel room. Figured it would fill the... I kept listening, and that's when it happened. I smiled. Middle of a lunge, legs shaking, sweat pouring down. Half a mini bar bottle still in hand, just smiling. But I had something else. I just didn't know it yet. Slumped thoracic spine for one, that's cool. But the biggest problem's obvious. It's your lungs.
If only. There's plenty of past shame.
Situation's worse than I feared then. I hope you don't take umbrage at my words, bud. I remember the day...
Does this fool doubt the resilience of the people's respiratory tract? That's how we make sense of the world. There's no need to fall for it.
I doubt that. But this issue isn't really about me, is it, bud? If anything, it's about proving something to yourself. Well, if you insist, I'll be willing to see how far you can clear the loop. The top floor, when you come in, that's the loop. No gadgets, no props, nothing but raw athletics. You tell me when you're ready to run.
Diagnostics complete. Ligaments primed, heart rate nominal, joints lubricated. Adrenaline and dopamine surge initiated to maximize propulsion, awaiting signal. Oh, yes.
Ready, steady, go!
Warning. Vertical drop ahead. Torque and acceleration throttle due to survival drive. Provide vocal input to engage. Ultimate overburn. Run complete. Desired performance achieved. System switch into reward mode ++. Enjoy the endorphins.
Stupendous stuff, bud. But the magic's in the keeping on, isn't it? To keep being stubborn against the world. Miho? I knew a Miho once. Big-time negotiator from West Codia. Unlikely, I'd say. She dropped dead at 60. Heart attack. On account of the brandy. Not quite my tempo, bud. Keep you moving.
Whatever light that slipped in from above has nearly drained away. You're entering the abyssal zone now, and your thoughts darken accordingly. In a windowless room far below, a thing crawls out of its tank. Slick grey skin over limbs too long, webbed hands. And on its back, a blowhole. A half animal like you. A being with the strength of a bodybuilder combined with the echolocative powers of a cetacean. They do too. They've been terribly lonely down here. After all these years, perhaps they've developed some notion of society, even religion. Open your mind to their theologies, and they may accept you as their own. You may yet be accepted as one of their own, so long as the half-animal inside of you has a touch of the oceanic. Don't forget why you're here. Who, or whatever this Miho is, still awaits you, all the way down. The air grows cooler and mustier with each level you descend. There are many, many levels still to go. You stand before an archival shelf. This one is labeled G. Its metal bays overflow with sagging dust. You skim through maintenance logs. You turn away from...
Cascade, you can see me?
Your former double gazes at you, stooped and slightly twisted. Of them all, he was the one you least expected to ever see again. His hair looks like it exploded.
Okay, you can definitely see me. That's less than ideal. You could have been anyone. I've put a lot of time into psychogenic translucency. At least I don't believe so. If it's happened, I haven't noticed.
He takes you in with a blank expression, deceptively blank. Just behind his perfect memory ticks and whirs like ancient clockwork.
Thanks for enduring the stairs. I'm aware they're significant. I'm glad my facts reached you. I assume you destroyed it post-reading? A document tastes better when it's extra sensitive. No, I'm Holocene. Miho is a concept. I suppose you could say I'm a representative of Miho. Through cognitively enhanced stagecraft.
The dark arts of the opera's Remembrancer division. Much storied, often unsuccessful. Your former double stares blankly at you.
I'm telepathically communicating the specifics to you right now, Cascade. It seems like you have some mind improvement to do. I forget nothing. Come on, Cascade. Operational security.
Holocene is already a cryptonym.
Conceptually secure. Functionally fraught. We should get to it. The dreaming glass is already mid-tilt. It's good to see you, by the way.
A brief grin irradiates his pale face.
While
there is a new mutedness to him, and new shadows too.
It's just a short-term arrangement. Joylessly. I also considered suicide, but, you know, the sixth type of ambiguity is my least favorite.
When a statement says nothing, readers are forced to invent a statement of their own, most likely in conflict with that of the author.
How many times has the opera presented homicide as suicide? That's a rhetorical question. I know the answer. It is very good to see you, Cascade. Much too busy getting in.
His skin has the color and consistency of chalk.
Why? How long has it been since the fallout? 6 months?
His infallible recall must distort time. With every memory the same weight, they become the unit of measurement. And down here, he's not making many new ones.
5 years. I could have disinformed an entire state security service in that time. This. I had to escape the Weeping Eye's blast radius, so I reckoned with our dismantling by going solo.
A ghost in the system.
Of course, they did the very opposite. Their telephonic arch-narc, Melita, was nowhere to be heard.
Whoa, easy. That nickname is offensive and unapproved.
You'd have to ask them, and then assume the opposite of whatever they tell you. Abortive dreams of space conquest. That's about it.
You sense the weight of the structure above you. The inverted tower hanging over your head.
But all entry points are monitored, if that's what you mean. I have the description of every individual who has made it down here since my arrival. A composite of adventurous teenagers. The only regular is the cardiovascular grandpa, who tries to stave off a fear of death by running up and down the stairs. I'm sure it doesn't help. Look around you, Cascade. Not many catch-ups going on 200 feet sub terra. Alive? Through a medium, of course, or highly advanced astral projection. I assumed he would have killed himself by now, given his condition. Highly suspicious that he hasn't. Interesting persona. And in its own way, appropriate. Or maybe that's what he wants you to think. He's a cop, so inherently untrustworthy by nature. You may recall I objected to bringing a cop on board in the first place. That is quite the something, yes. The specifics are irrelevant. You've been sniffing the opera's glue again, Cascade.
Solvent abuse allegation. Unsubstantiated. Hostile.
They've got you on a new assignment already. I can practically smell your singed ion channels. If so, here's a note. You're playing the irony near illegible, almost as if there is no irony at all. Why have you accepted this almost certainly doom-sealed assignment from the Operant Bureau? Gun to head, 5 bullets, 1 empty chamber. Usual odds. The cosmic point. My own loyalty to the opera is irretrievable. I wrote a thesis on this exact subject.
He rummages brief, the size of a small cat's coffin.
It has 3.
And he can't wait to tell you.
Opera Furiosa, a close reading of the Operant Bureau and its contradictions, or Strewn in Constellation, Second Thoughts on the Collective Frontier. The 3rd title is cipher encrypted. Don't worry, the rest is plain text. 862 pages. Not an endeavor for the faint of mind. You know, now that I'm looking at it, I feel good about the font. 10-point sonatine. I went back and forth on the font, but the font was well chosen. As you've probably gathered from its aura, this is a thermobaric grade explosive document. Do not let it fall into the hands of its very subject. I don't care for meta texts.
Reactionary theorizing. He should direct it.
Whatever gave you that idea?
You hurt his feelings.
Your emotions are impeding your extraction of meaning. True, I will never again work for the opera, but I would be open to an interdepartmental collaboration between the opera and Miho. Miho is prepared to act fast. Very little bureaucratic churning. Information critical. I've discovered who betrayed our whole sick crew.
You hear his words, then unhear them. Old wounds split open within your mind. Are you between crosshairs? What have you missed? What has the other not missed? And the last question, always the last. How much of the world is in on it?
I haven't been down here for all this time playing cosmonaut, Cascade.
Such crucial information should have been conveyed directly to the Operant Bureau. Something is out of step. Absolute conviction behind his words. This is no bluff or bait.
I'm eager to delve into the specifics of who turned us to searing dust, but can't commence an intra-agency collab without defined terms.
Intra-agency? But there's only one agency.
You joining Miho, and Miho riding Shadow Shotgun with the Operant Bureau.
He keeps mentioning this Miho thing. Ominous.
By and large, I'm still a subscriber, but far from a true believer.
Worst of all, the so-called reformed communist. Gulag.
I saw something in it once. It had a glow. Then it lost it, somewhere along the way. Like you, Cascade, there is one party degree I still jive with. The end of history. That makes sense to me now, for what it's worth. History is not a linear march of fastidiously checked events. It is a fiction, edited and spliced by quick hands in back rooms. Better to end it. Roll credits, then smash the projector. I do. That's the problem. My memory is a definitive history that no one chooses to adhere to. Likely compounded by my profession.
Afflicted by that odd loneliness that comes from seeing and knowing a lot that you can't do much about.
I was let in unawares, seduced by communist hermeneutics. Let me put it like this. I wouldn't be who I am if I hadn't once been a communist. But now that I am who I am, I can never be one again.
He didn't choose this. If he had his way, he'd be 10 books deep in a dusty library. Someone must have ushered him in.
Of course, plucked straight out of my college days.
As were you. A bullet knocked you down. The communists dragged you clear.
I studied modern languages initially, but swiftly, some claimed alarmingly swiftly, pivoted to new criticism in my second term. I soon became involved with the socialist poetry magazine Kleos as a regular contributor. The editor was a woman I admired quite a lot.
There. How it so often goes. The emotional spell cast as ideology.
Gifted. Curious. Persuasive. This editor was a communist, and upfront about it. What she was less upfront about was her covert role as an opera talent scout. She was well-versed in socialist hermeneutics, the literary application of materialism, and I was very young, very malleable, and very keen to close read the world. So eventually I dropped out of college and followed her to the superblock. And slowly, too slowly, realized that communists don't believe the world can or should change. And if you cannot change it, Cascade, then interpreting it holds no meaning.
He skipped over the part where he followed this woman to another country.
Dialvi.
Odd cadence. He hasn't said that name in a long time.
Define thing. She was attractive, certainly. Of course she was. But I was in it for the intellectual stimulation.
His perfect memory is failing him here. Right at this critical moment, he followed his heart and dragged his mind along behind it.
I saw her again once, in Novessa, March '91. Just before we left for Portofino, by coincidence. Although there is, of course, no such thing.
Spring's thin edge, a promise yet to be delivered on.
She didn't recognize me, and I didn't even bother to correct her. I felt nothing, Cascade, for the world or for the cause.
Or for her.
But I have many happy memories of more idealistic times, and for those I owe her a lot. Monaxial intelligence and hermetic operations.
Hold on. Monoaxial. Hermetic. This is literally just him. Your old bandmate's gone and tried his hand at a solo career. Your former double stares at you and lifts his eyebrows slightly. A long time passes.
It's an acronym? No. Maybe. In this case, it refers to a single axis, singular of both thought and world. Miho is a brand new counterintelligence agency, one devoted to the pursuit of absolute reality through supracognitive espionage.
In a dark basement in Novessa, a female controller in her mid-30s stifles an inexplicable urge to push a palm into her face.
I know what you're thinking.
How fucking stupid is it to live in a hole for half a decade? That's what you're thinking. Surely there's a lift to get out of this silo, not the stairs every time. Surely. 16 years old, physical education class. Mia Holloway climbing the rope ladder directly above you. Panties, constellation pattern, eking loose from sweat-damp gym shorts. Origin point for a long-held dream of being smothered by the firmament. Melita, bust size, mystery.
No, I mean I can anticipate your initial reaction. And it's okay. Miho is well prepared for its detractors.
He's taking this seriously. You should too.
Really? I thought... Anyway, yes. Great. You are speaking with its director, yes. Due to security and communication concerns, Miho's director is also its sole representative.
Miho is gangless. Front of the bus. No friends. A one-man intelligence agency. Typical remembrance her histrionics.
It's a practicality. How do you mean? Well, to be honest, Cascade, Miho's development, while advanced, has stalled somewhat. But maybe that's why you've appeared. The H stands for hermetic, as I said. Also, I do not recognize Herschel as a standalone entity. I concur. Excellent idea, Cascade. Miho would assist you in completing the assignment, while you would join Miho as the agency's first special asset. Liminal class.
A shocking demotion. Rung number 1 on the ladder of being.
I would act as assignment lead for Miho, you would act as assignment lead for the opera, and therefore assignment lead for the assignment. We will never once speak of our collaboration.
Your former double looks beyond you and goes completely still for a long moment. A familiar tick, like he's caught a glimpse of an alternate future and can't look back.
Likely the assassination of a major political figure. Lucian, I would venture, one of their photocopied ministers. But I've already said too much.
Is he engaging in advanced cognitive maneuvers right now?
Good thing I brought all my chips. There is my proposition. An interdepartmental collaboration. You join Miho as a temporary asset. Miho lends its full force to the opera.
Read between the logistical acrobatics. He just really wants to work with you again. Not only that, he's gone in for another ride on Hirsch's painted ponies.
Okay, glad you're on board, Cascade, but what you just said there, that series of words can never be uttered again. Never again. We're almost set. Of course, we can't kick off collaboration with our base of operations in such a state.
It seems largely fine.
So, here's my first directive, Special Asset. Get cleaning. On the contrary, the stakes are sky high, Cascade. And, as usual, we find ourselves parachute in absentia. As I said, impossible to commence operations within the current state of affairs. Oversee. My take is that it's clearly not a conspiracy, just a barely concealed truth.
A nonchalant tone, disguising obsessive amounts of research. Your former double's eyebrows shoot up and stay up for 3 seconds before he wrangles them back down again. Oh yeah, Mentally snapshot this. He's impressed.
Sounds like a hot find, Cascade. Congratulations. I'd be very careful what you do with that. La Luz will likely want it back. Two Cascades. To avoid ambiguity, I'm going to operate under the assumption that you are the original. The imprint I will class as an existential threat. Were you really that lonely, Cascade? Or was it just that no one could compare to me but you? In your own time, Cascade.
A silver brick, foil wrapped and creased with factory precision. You recognize its dull sheen and shape instantly. Beneath the word Cosmo Comida, a grinning cosmonaut, one gloved hand giving a thumbs up, the other squeezing purple paste from a tube into their mouth. Vanguardia 79 claims to be the food of the future. Technically, yes, due to the violent contractions of space-time. Tossed in the corners, clotted beneath furniture, dozens upon dozens of silver packs, glinting in the half-light. This is a man with a system, a tried and tested one. 5, to be precise, ever since the crew's blowout. You went east, he went south. Your former double glances back at you, pushes his glasses up his face, then turns away. Even though Cosmo Comida claims to be the food of the future, small print on the packet reads, Best by Hebdomus 84, 12 years ago. He's subsisting on these alone. There's a coil wired into the wall, fused to the socket with melted plastic and faith. That's where he eats, listening to current crackle overhead. He found himself a little world, newly terraformed, all his and no one else's. A body in a ditch, a back alley arrest, a name scraped off a plaque and folded into bureaucracy. You'd assumed a lot, but not this sad half-death. And the operant bureau forgets by design, especially in the aftermath of catastrophic collapse, as the theatre report called your last outing. You were a full world away, counting down days in cigarette stubs, a thick curtain drawn over Novessa, watching a phone that never rang. A familiar room, yes, but mentally, a hostile foreign shore. Heat stamped in pale blue, weight, pack date, and manufacturer details. A company called Lockley and Refnor. Famous for sterile logistics, tax-flexible exports, and a stunning aversion to political alignment. A triumph of international cooperation. You sense the long shadow of Emter hanging over this. This is not about cleaning. It is not even about this room. Of course, there is a room behind this one, locked within your former double's head. Curtains twitch at the windows. Inside, stacks of dogged dream and memory contaminate each other. You'll need a key. He wants you to find something he cannot give you. It is disguised but not hidden. So probably something like that piece of paper right there. Maybe, or maybe you just missed it. This is not about cleaning. It is not even about this room. It is about that single slip of paper and whatever is written upon it. There's enough in this box for a month of austere survival. You pocket the freeze-dried rations.
Please, help yourself, Cascade.
A sheet of thick paper lies on the floor, folded in half and partially covered by shadow. Impossible consonant clusters assault your mind's ear. Melivoricskva osmowordevishv nikakonadika fumapavtiviga johelakatjivata ichpigduverskaz velurbitsju gzningarnvek salas van roos convershmere. Six joyam vakajik sakfe vi sexborg richigvika swalvija korgiti shivlium wilv oitunuvik of betilak simvajiv getja guumang explodiv shmningum iloahabje sikalshivikum bitagat kuarg bitches figadikas Umbloavishkavdevishka Dehavimitifer world Behabijikaku Yuamium Nuxping Vajagaf the Pump. A cipher encoded by a frenzied hand. Right now, operant, please. This kind of stagecraft takes application. A methodology. You can't just dash it off. Endless lines trace and retrace, frenzied scribbles on the white walls of your skull. From the tangle of scribbles, shapes form, break, reform. It's not that you're forcing the code to conform to your language. You are learning the new language that the code is written in. You feel a pulsating rhythmic unity with the ciphertext, all of which is good enough to reveal the first two letters, I, T. That's it. But there is order to all this. There is a way forward, and it follows a certain school of logic. Slapped, dashed, and self-congratulated. A flying start indeed. One glance, and you know it is. The key that requires a key. Beside you, a gradual upshift in Holocene and almost certainly unmistakable. Passing through his... You refold the paper and slip it into your pocket.
Well, the room situation is much improved, Cascade. Very clean. Fine job. Oh, yes. I'm afraid I can't elaborate on that right now, but please remind me to elaborate on it later. This is a case of non-elaboration, for the time being.
Your former double stares blankly at you, as if you never spoke at all.
A thorough clean will always turn up expected and completely mundane items. And coincidence is a story we tell ourselves.
Stop the ride. We want off. He runs a smoothing hand across his hair. It springs back up, even more disarrayed than before.
Miho's counter-analysis is the finest in the hemisphere, but its stagecraft is amateur at present.
Your former double rubs his neck nonchalantly and gazes at the ceiling.
I've tolerated the cardiovascular grandpa.
Holocene unfolds as
High time for another Cosmo ration. How many have I had today? It's hard to keep track sometimes. I'm sure you can, Cascade. Now, please, go and practice your stagecraft in more suitable surroundings. Miho believes in you.